Hello friends, welcome to next lecture in kinematics of machines. So in this lecture we'll be seeing the gear technology part 2. So we have already seen the gear technology part 1, that is what are the different parts of gear. So you can refer to the YouTube iCard which will appear on top right corner for the video lecture on gear terminology part 1. So in today's lecture we'll be seeing few more terminology of the gears. So please stay tuned with this video lecture. Before we begin with the lecture, I request you to please subscribe to this YouTube channel. Please like our Facebook page, Mechanical Engineering Tutorials. Please follow us on Twitter and Instagram. The links are in the description below. So friends, let's begin with the video lecture. So here the figure shows two gears in meshed position or orientation. So we have this larger gear and a pinion which are drawn in brown color lines or curves. So this dashed curve is the pitch circle of the gear, and the second dashed curve is the pitch circle of the pinion. They both intersect at this point P. This is the point P. Now from here we draw a black line which passes through the point P, that is intersection of both the pitch circles. So here this line is known as the line of action, or it is also called as the pressure line. So the definition says that the force with which the driving tooth exerts on the driven tooth is along a line from the pitch point to the point of contact of the two teeth. This line is also the common normal at point of contact of mating gears and is known as the line of action or the pressure line. So this is the pressure line, or it is also called as the line of action. So this line of action makes an angle with respect to a line which is drawn vertically from the pitch point P. So this angle is denoted by phi and it is known as the pressure angle or angle of obliquity. So here the angle between the pressure line and the common tangent which passes through the pitch point is known as the pressure angle. So here for more power transmission and lesser pressure on the bearings, the pressure angle must be kept very small. Standard pressure angles are 20 degrees to 25 degrees. So gears with 14.5 degrees pressure angles have become almost obsolete now. So the optimum pressure angle for more power and lesser pressure to be exerted on the gear teeth, we need to maintain this pressure angle between 20 degrees to 25 degrees. So next we shall see what is the path of contact or contact length. So here you can see in this diagram, so this total length over here which is marked is called as the path of contact or contact length. So the locus of the point of contact of the two mating teeth, okay, so it is the locus of the point of contact of two mating teeth from beginning of the engagement. So here from the beginning of the engagement to the end of the engagement is known as the path of contact or also known as contact length. So here this path of contact has been divided or is divided into two parts. So one is the path of approach and the path of recess. So path of approach is from the locus of the point from the engagement till the pitch point, and the path of recess is the portion of the path from pitch point to the locus of the point at the end of the engagement of gears. So this is about the path of contact or contact length. So this is the total length is called as the path of contact or the contact length, which is divided into path of approach and path of recess. So based on this path of contact, we have also what is known as arc of contact. So the locus of the point on the pitch circle from the beginning of the engagement till the end of the engagement, we call it as the arc of contact. So again, the arc of contact is divided into two arcs, that is arc of approach, that is the locus of the point on the pitch circle from the engagement till the pitch point is called as the arc of approach. Then the locus of the point on the pitch circle from the pitch point to the end of the engagement, we call it as the arc of recess. So next we have what is called as the angle of action. So it is the angle turned by the gear from the beginning of the engagement to the end of the engagement. So the angle by which the gear is turned from the beginning of the engagement to the end of the engagement, this angle is known as the angle of action. So here this angle of action is denoted by the symbol delta, whereas the angle or the pressure angle is denoted by the symbol phi. So the angle delta, so here let me write the equations. So angle delta will be equal to alpha plus beta. So the alpha is again the angle of approach plus angle of recess. That is, if I divide this into two from here till pitch, this angle is angle of approach, the second half is the angle of recess. So sum of those two angles will give you the angle of action. So the angle will have different values for the driving and the driven gears. So this is for the pinion, and here the angle will be different for the gear. Lastly, we'll see what is the contact ratio. So the contact ratio is the ratio of the angle of action to that of the pitch angle. So the ratio between delta and phi, that is delta divided by phi, we call it as the contact ratio. So this is the definition of contact ratio. So again, it is the ratio of the angle of action to the angle of pressure. We call it as contact ratio. So contact ratio is also in terms of the arc length, that is the arc of contact. From this F2 point E, we have arc of contact divided by the circular pitch, we get the contact ratio in terms of arc length. So friends, this is the remaining terminologies which we have seen in today's lecture in the gears. So with this we complete the total terminology in the gears. So if you have understood this explanation, please like and share this video with your friends. Please subscribe to this channel. Please follow us on Twitter, Instagram, and like our Facebook page. The links are in the description below. Thank you very much friends for patient listening.